Welcome to your info session with Vector Marketing. My name is John Fasano, and I am the hiring manager for Vector Marketing in the South Towns District.
Imagine a position where you choose your own hours, where you can work from your bedroom, where you have the opportunity to learn and grow alongside motivated students just like you. Every single week, young adults across the nation are earning more than they ever have because of our company. Just think, you could start out part-time making as much as $200 per week and grow into $500, $1,000, or even $2,000 per week by working a challenging yet flexible schedule. There's no lying, pressuring, cold calling, or knocking on random doors. They're doing it by selling a beloved 65-year-old American-made product. That's right, sales. Learning to sell will change your life forever. Be it its value in public speaking, future job interviews, team projects, or even just getting along with people. Nowadays, the students who get the best jobs out of college are the ones who can convince future employers that hiring them is a good decision. And hey, a 2013 study at the University of Pennsylvania showed that nearly anybody can learn how to sell, no matter how outgoing you are or aren't. So if you want to make your resume stand out and get paid really well in the process, then get back to the person who shared this video with you and ask them what to do next. Now, you might be wondering, why me? Well, as a company, we recognize the best way to win is by building the best teams with the best people. And the person who shared this with you thinks you're one of them. This position definitely isn't for everyone, but if a full bank account and a valuable life skill sounds interesting to you, then hurry, get in touch with whoever showed you this video.
First is our company. We were established in 1949, and Cutco purchased Vector in 1981. And since then, we've grown to over 600 offices nationwide. We do over $250 million a year in sales, and we have over 20 million satisfied customers.
Hi, I'm John Ratzenberger. If you want to know America, you've got to meet the folks who work in factories and workshops. I've poked around every corner of this country, big cities, small towns, and whatever was in between, looking for the soul of America. And you know what? I found it everywhere. You can find the town of Olean in the southwestern part of New York, along the Allegheny River. It was founded in 1823 as a trading depot to connect New York with the rest of the country. Originally, its name was Hamilton in honor of founding father Alexander Hamilton. But because of a nearby crude oil spring, the name that stuck was Olean, derived from the Latin word for oil. Oh, they were an educated lot back then. Today, they're even sharper. That's because Olean is home to Cutco cutlery.
Second is our products. What makes Cutco great is that it's American made, it's forever guaranteed, and it's high quality only. Cutco products are to help home improvement, and there are over 10 different categories and over 100 items, starting with barbecue tools, kitchen tools, garden tools, kitchen gadgets and accessories, sporting, fishing, hunting, coffee, wellness mats, gift sets, cookware, flatware, and cutlery.
Forever Guarantee, that's just all they talk about.
So the first part of the Forever Guarantee is forever performance. So if at any time something breaks, chips, melts, something goes wrong with the handle or the blade, you can go ahead and send it back and get it replaced. Have a forever sharpness guarantee. So if at any time your Cutco goes dull, you can send it back to the factory and you'll get it sharpened for free. So for misuse or abuse, if at any time you're using your Cutco for something your Cutco probably shouldn't be used for and it breaks or chips, you can go ahead and send it back and get it replaced for half the price. So you don't even have to buy a new knife. So the last part of the Forever Guarantee, if at any time you aren't completely satisfied, you can send it back, and within 15 days you can get a full money back refund.
No one else does that because no one else is Cutco.
They stand behind their product, which is very rare. And they're an American company, which is even better.
Third is our customer market. With the entry-level position, at first people will be working with people who are typically married, over 30 years old, and own a home. but there are other programs as well, which we'll discuss later if others are looking to advance through our company.
My manager told me to see people who were married, who were over 30, and people who owned houses.
All of those people bought and bought in big ways.
Now in career sales, I am at 60,000.
I got to the appointment, she opened the door, and she said, "I'm so happy that you're doing this. Cutco literally changed my life."
I had customers hug me because of how much they love Cutco.
They love it.
They love it.
I'm proud to represent Cutco because I don't have to give up my integrity at all when I tell people it's the best.
That's when I realized that customers really, really like this stuff, and they're not just buying it because of me.
The Cutco knives made a huge difference in our kitchen. For 15 years, we've had the same set of knives. Everybody talks about the good quality and the sharpness of it, how long it stays sharp. I know that we've gotten our money's worth out of those knives.
Fourth is our job opportunities. Here are a few programs that people can take advantage of if they want to advance in our company through our sales programs. In addition, there are also management opportunities. Next, the manager is going to stop the video and we will start our pre-screens and questions. But for now, let's talk about the entry-level position, which is the position that you applied for.
My favorite part about how the scheduling works is that I can work as much as I want or I can work as little as I want.
We can change it week by week if we need to.
I love the flexibility of the position. It allowed me to travel and visit my friends, and it allowed me to celebrate the success that I was having with doing the things that I wanted to do.
Everybody's got busy schedules. Everybody's schedule's a little bit different, and that's totally okay. Even if they're only working part-time, they can still advance in the company because everybody works at their own pace. Our representatives set up all their own appointments themselves, which means they are in control. If someone else were setting up appointments for them, then they'd lose all that flexibility. Making a schedule's easy. It's 3 steps.
Step 1 of making a schedule is blocking off the obligations they already have.
But we make sure that free time, family time, and other things that are really important are in their schedule too.
Step 2 is blocking off times when the reps want to do their appointments.
And you also look at working differently. You don't look at like the 9 to 5. You look at how much can I get done in the least amount of time.
Step 3 is scheduling the appointments in the times that the representatives blocked off.
I think setting up the appointment beforehand just kind of creates that ultimate rapport from the very beginning.
One of the things I would always tell people when setting up appointments is that you don't have to buy anything. That made them feel less pressured.
And then it's just a matter of showing up to do the presentation, either at the customer's home or if they're doing it virtually over Skype or FaceTime.
So most people do a combination in person and virtual over Skype. The results are identical for both, so they get paid the same for both.
What's unique about Cutco is we are right there at the customer's kitchen table. They have the opportunity to bring out whatever product they currently use, compare it to our Cutco product, and they get a first-hand account.
Well, the cool thing is by selling it direct, it actually cuts down on the cost because it's not marked up by the store itself.
Hi Sally, this is Juliet. Hi Allie, this is Juliet. Hi Tammy, this is Juliet. Do you prefer something like 10 a.m. or do you prefer something about noon? Monday at noon? Perfect. Okay. I didn't expect that she was gonna have Cutco, but she did. We got her a few other pieces that she didn't have. It was $230 dollar amount, and she made me an iced espresso, so I'm gonna have way too much energy for the rest of the day. Which you're probably noticing, when they have Cutco, they buy more Cutco. And so she spent over $500, and so it's pretty cool. She gave me fresh baked cookies, and she gave me and the cameraman water and M&Ms and hot chocolate on a stick. 5 demos, 5 sales. I love how close everybody is and how everyone's really friendly. You know, you get along with just about everybody. It's like a family, and it's just nice to be around other people who are motivated and other people who want you to succeed and other people that will help you succeed and other people that just want the best for you.
Fifth is our pay program.
There's a base pay and an incentive pay. They get paid either or, whichever is greater, not both.
The base pay is great because we don't have to pressure anyone. We can be ourselves and have fun.
Now the base pay varies depending on office location. So let's say the base pay is $15 per appointment, and we advertise it as base per appointment so people know it's not an hourly rate. When a representative does 10 appointments, they make $150. 30 appointments, $450. 5 appointments, $75, and so on and so forth.
Every time I had a no sale, I was like, all right, that's like more than I ever made scooping ice cream.
Even if you ran into a no sale or a demo didn't go well or something like that, you could always have that in the back of your mind where it's just, well, I still made money, you know?
Last year, we paid out $4.1 million to our students for no sales, and we're very proud of that fact. It helps our students feel comfortable. It helps our customers feel comfortable. Base pay always stays the same, but incentive pay gets bigger as their career sales increase.
Let's say a representative does 10 appointments for the week. Sticking with the $15 example, their base pay would be $150. Let's say their total sales from those appointments was $1,000. Maybe they got one big order, bunch of small orders, some no sales, whatever. It doesn't really matter how they got to $1,000. At 10%, they'd make $100 on the incentive pay. So in this example, they'd make the $150 base pay because it's greater than the incentive pay. They get either or, whichever is greater, not both.
I've only hit base pay once. That was just because it was an off week, which everyone has.
I've never once filed for base pay because I've always earned more off the incentive with my sales.
A representative does another 10 appointments. Their base pay would still be $150. But let's say this time their total sales from those appointments is $2,000. They're getting better. Maybe they had a few more big orders, a few less no sales. Again, doesn't matter how they got to $2,000. Every single sale counts towards their career total. And as their career total grows, so does their incentive pay. So instead of 10%, now they're earning 15%. And at 15%, they'd make $300 on incentive pay. So in this example, they'd make the $300 for the week because it's greater than the base. So if someone's confused about pay, we tell them 3 things. Number 1, representatives get paid every week, either or, whichever is greater, whether that's a virtual appointment over Skype or at the customer's kitchen table. Number 2, there are no quotas they have to hit. We don't want to pressure our representatives, we don't want to pressure our customers. Number 3, the income potential grows because the incentive pay increases. It never goes backwards, never resets. It starts at 10% and goes to 15, 20, 25, even 30% and beyond.
So for example, if somebody's at 30% commission, if they were to do 5, 10, 20, 40 appointments in a week, this would be their base pay for the week. That's guaranteed. But typically people make more on sales based on their performance, and that's how much people should make if they're doing their job right, based on sales.
Once I started getting paid the incentive pay, I actually forgot I got paid base pay.
Oh, that was when it was a big turnaround, because when you get a paycheck for $1,000, after a week, it's like, all right, I guess you can stay.
You know, when you have financial security, it takes a lot of stress out of your life.
The majority of our students get paid on incentives. That speaks to 2 things: the quality of the products and the training that students get. Not a high pressure training, because if we did that, I don't think we'd sell much of anything.
The only time that I ever pressured someone was my second demo, my uncle, and I didn't get a sale. And I never did it after that again.
Some students start off wondering whether they will sell anything. And we tell them all the same thing: be yourself, cut rope, and smile.
Sixth is the training program. Our process is easy. There's 3 steps. Day 1 and day 2 is unpaid. Just back-to-back seminars, and people can put this on their resume because most college universities around the United States actually use our material for vector marketing and Cutco cutlery in their entry-level business courses. In addition to that, we give you $450 worth of our product to use for free, and all miscellaneous supplies are used for free as well. Now, in training, all we do is practice the following: how to make a schedule, set up appointments, and then do the appointment and fill out paperwork. And of course, the last part is making a names list to practice with. The second part is our 10-day practice period. So with that list that we're going to practice with would consist of family, friends, parents, neighbors, family, friends, people who are over 30 years old and own a home, and people that we're familiar with.
My first appointment was for my mom, which went okay. Then my second appointment was for the neighbors, and they were just having so much fun. Seeing them at ease made me more comfortable in my presentation.
We have our sales representatives begin by showing people that they know, whether it be friends or neighbors or relatives or anybody else close to them. We do that for a very good reason. First, our sales representatives feel very much at ease with people that they are already acquainted with. And then secondly, if one of those people want to buy Cutco, it only makes sense that they would buy from somebody that they already know. And they often do.
I saw my hairstylist, my neighbor, my parents.
I saw my aunt and my uncle for my third presentation on my first day of appointments.
We come hang out with you for a little bit, show you a cool product. Like, I get paid either way. You know, you like me, I like you. Let's just have some fun.
And we get paid $17.25 per appointment just to practice for those people. And it starts at 10% commission in the first appointment. Now, most people make about $400 to $2,000 depending on if they're working part-time or full-time.
The way that I let people know that I wasn't going to push them was by letting them know that I was following my manual and that if they didn't want to buy, that was okay.
But I think that they more or less bought it because like the product was really good. It wasn't just about me, it was more or less about the product.
Friends and family don't have to buy anything. If they do, we give them free products just for helping us out.
Oh yeah, because people get excited about it. Like I love giving away free stuff.
I teach our reps to give free stuff away to everyone they show Cutco to. And the reason why is because I want them to treat their customers like family, and everyone likes a great deal.
Once upon a time, way back in 1995, when the internet was just a tiny version of what it is now, a guy named Jeff made a website. He sent the link to 300 of his friends and family and asked for their feedback on his marketplace for selling books. 20 years later, you might have heard of Amazon.com. And Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO, is worth almost $50 billion. That's billion with a B. So when you hear that successful salespeople, entrepreneurs, and business owners get started by getting feedback and doing business with friends and family, now you know the reason why. Nobody could have predicted Amazon's success back in 1995.
They'll learn how to gather referrals, and also they can add up to $2,500 in Cutco products to add on to their kit.
What I found was that because everybody loves Cutco, they wanted their friends to know about Cutco too.
It's kind of like when a friend gets the newest and latest, greatest phone or whatever, the first thing they do is go and show all their friends all the cool new features that it can do and everything, and that's what customers feel like they're doing when they're giving recommendations for Cutco.
Obviously, our representatives don't have an unlimited amount of friends and family. So when they get introduced to another person, we call that a referral.
Once you learn how, it's relatively easy to get a lot of referrals.
And I tell them, oh, hey, we don't go door to door, we don't do any cold calling. And most of the time, people love the product, so they want to recommend their friends to a product that they love.
I flip through my referral book and customers see, oh, this isn't weird at all.
She gave me 20 referrals and bought like $400 or $500 worth of stuff.
They're friends, like they're not gonna refer me to somebody who's like crazy down the street, you know?
I was just like, I'm just gonna follow the program, read my script, and do my thing. And I got plenty of referrals.
So for example, during the training process, if somebody were to start with 10 people that they're familiar with, whether they made sales or not, their list is going to multiply times 10 because each customer typically gives about 10 referrals on average. That's going to total about 100 referrals. And that process is going to continue to multiply times 10 every time they work with a customer. And the cool thing is these customers actually text their referrals ahead of time to let them know who we are, what we're doing, and if it's cool if we reach out. And 97% of people say yes. Seventh is our perks and benefits.
Being fulfilled in what you're doing, being happy.
These things matter.
There probably isn't a week that goes by that I don't receive an email or perhaps a letter from a parent or a relative of one of our sales representatives describing how wonderful the experience has been for them. That they have never seen their child more happy, more satisfied at any work that they've done in their life. If somebody has the right attitude, we can teach them how to be successful in our business.
Thank you and good luck on the rest of your interview.